Stoicism 12 Lessons for a Life of Strength and Serenity. Stoicism is more than just a philosophy, it's a practical guide to living well. It teaches us how to navigate the storms of life without being overwhelmed by them. By internalizing its principles, we can stand firm, much like a tree in the wind, rooted, unshaken, and in control of our inner world. In this video, we will explore 12 key lessons from Stoicism, helping you cultivate mental fortitude, clarity, and peace in the midst of chaos. Each lesson acts as a beacon, guiding you through life's inevitable challenges, empowering you to focus only on what is within your control while letting go of everything else. These lessons offer wisdom drawn from the teachings of Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, great minds who shaped Stoicism into what it is today. So set aside distractions and dive deep into these principles. Let them illuminate your path and begin the journey towards a life of tranquility and strength. Lesson 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the cornerstones of Stoicism is the understanding that true peace comes from focusing only on what is within your power and letting go of what isn't. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Instead of wasting energy on external factors like other people's opinions or unpredictable circumstances, turn inward and master your own reactions. When you stop worrying about things you cannot change, you unlock a sense of freedom and inner calm that is unshakable. In our daily lives, we often expend energy trying to control situations or people, but Stoicism reminds us that this is futile. Whether it's the weather, someone else's behavior, or even an unexpected outcome at work, these things are beyond our influence. What we can control is our response to these events, and that is where true power lies. Lesson 2. Embrace discomfort for growth. Stoicism teaches that discomfort and adversity are necessary for personal growth. Seneca observed that difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. Just as muscles grow stronger by resisting weight, our character is strengthened through facing hardships. Instead of avoiding discomfort, Stoics encourage us to embrace it, as it helps build resilience and makes us stronger individuals. Modern life often teaches us to seek comfort and avoid pain, but this can lead to stagnation. True growth happens when we push through discomfort, face challenges head-on, and learn from failures. Whether it's taking on a challenging project at work or confronting personal fears, remember that each obstacle you face is an opportunity for growth. Lesson 3. Practice negative visualization. One of the most effective Stoic practices is negative visualization, the art of imagining the worst-case scenario. Epictetus advises us to frequently consider what might go wrong so that we are prepared to face it without being caught off guard. By contemplating loss, failure, or other negative outcomes, we condition ourselves to be mentally resilient when those events happen. This practice doesn't encourage pessimism but empowers you to face life with equanimity. For example, consider how often we dread potential future misfortunes. Instead of fearing them, visualize them, and you will discover they lose much of their power over you. You'll be better prepared emotionally, and your responses will be far more composed. Lesson 4. Cultivate gratitude. Stoicism teaches that true wealth lies in appreciating what we already have. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more." That is, poor modern society often conditions us to focus on what we lack, leading to dissatisfaction. However, a Stoic approach encourages us to cultivate gratitude for the present moment, for the simple pleasures and achievements that make life meaningful. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you have rather than fixating on what's missing. Whether it's your health, relationships, or a beautiful sunset, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude is a powerful tool that shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Lesson 5. Accept mortality. A recurring theme in Stoicism is the acceptance of death. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Far from being morbid, this principle helps us prioritize what truly matters. By keeping our mortality in mind, we stop wasting time on trivial concerns and focus on living a life of purpose. Accepting death also liberates us from the fear of the unknown. Life is finite, but that is precisely what makes it precious. By embracing this truth, we can fully appreciate the present and make every moment count. Lesson 6. Detach from external validation. Stoics remind us that seeking approval from others is a trap. As Marcus Aurelius observed, "It never ceases to amaze me we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This lesson teaches us to detach from the need for external validation and focus instead on living according to our values. When we seek constant approval, we surrender control over our happiness to others. A Stoic chooses instead to live with integrity, guided by inner principles rather than the fluctuating opinions of others. By doing so, we become less vulnerable to criticism and more self-assured. Lesson 7. The importance of action. Stoicism is not merely a philosophy of thought but of action. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. It is not enough to understand Stoic principles, we must put them into practice in our daily lives." Whether it's courage, patience, or self-discipline, Stoic virtues only come alive through action. Procrastination and indecision are enemies of progress. The Stoic approach is to take immediate, deliberate action. Every day presents an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues, whether it's dealing with a difficult colleague or managing your emotions during stressful situations. Lesson 8. Take responsibility for your emotions. Another key Stoic lesson is the importance of emotional responsibility. Stoicism teaches that we are responsible for our reactions, no matter what happens around us. Epictetus reminds us, it is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them. This means that no matter what life throws at you, it's your interpretation of the event, not the event itself, that causes distress. By acknowledging that we are the masters of our emotions, we free ourselves from being victims of circumstances. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting anger, fear, or sadness control us, we learn to pause, reflect, and respond rationally. Lesson 9. Value simplicity. In a world that often celebrates excess, Stoicism teaches us to value simplicity. The Stoics believe that true contentment is found in living with less. As Epictetus advised, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This philosophy encourages us to declutter our lives both materially and emotionally. By simplifying our desires and eliminating unnecessary distractions, we can focus on what truly matters: our personal growth, relationships, and inner peace. Adopting simplicity leads to a more intentional, fulfilling life, free from the burdens of excess. Lesson 10. Practice self-discipline. Self-discipline is at the heart of Stoicism. Without it, we cannot hope to master our desires, impulses, or emotions. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-control, stating, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stoicism teaches that true freedom is the result of mastering oneself. In practice, self-discipline manifests in small daily actions, whether it's resisting unhealthy temptations, sticking to a workout routine, or managing time effectively. It is through consistent self-discipline that we achieve our highest potential. Lesson 11. Learn from adversity. Stoicism teaches us to embrace adversity as a source of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Each obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Adversity is not something to fear, but rather something to be thankful for, as it forges character. By shifting our perspective on challenges, we can approach difficulties with courage and resilience, knowing that every setback carries the seed of growth. Lesson 12. Let go of the past and future. Finally, Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in the present. As Seneca wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present. Without anxious dependence upon the future, we often get caught up worrying about what might happen or regretting what has already passed. This prevents us from fully experiencing the now. By focusing on the present moment, we can live more mindfully, making the most of each day. Instead of dwelling on the past or fearing the future, Stoicism encourages us to stay grounded in the present, where true peace is found. Conclusion: live with purpose and serenity. These 12 lessons from Stoicism provide a roadmap to living a life of strength, resilience, and inner peace. By practicing these principles daily, you'll develop the fortitude to face life's challenges with grace and composure. Remember, Stoicism isn't about escaping the storm, it's about learning how to stand firm within it. Take these teachings to heart and let them guide you towards a life of purpose, tranquility, and wisdom.